Hustle Garage. I'm Gabe, and in this video we're going to make one good door out of these two bad doors for the 65 Chevy Panel Van LS swap build. So we're going to take one of these and make a good one out of it. If you get any funny angles, it's because that's the phone prop. But this is the door that came off the 65. And it's got the big old dent in the side. It's got all the window crank, door handle, and everything. A good mirror on the other side and a good lock. But it's got the big dent in it. It's got surface rust along the bottom. It's got a hole through the backside here. And the hinges are pretty stiff. I can't even move that with my weight. And this door is caved in the center all the way, causing dings in both edges. And at the bottom there's a weird crease. So I'm sure this door could be fixed. It's just a lot of work to get it fixed. And we have this door here, which we'll see how this door cleans up. This one has better guts, so I'm gonna move all the guts in the mirror to this door. For this door here, I guess one thing is I'm also afraid of the hinges being compromised from being hit. It did bend the pillar on the vehicle just a hair, so it probably bent the door where the hinges mount up. This one also has better seals in it, so I won't have to yank all the seals, or I won't have to swap seals into this because this one has pretty bad seals. I will have to do some changing for swapping the mirror. Probably weld up those holes and drill new ones. But then this door here has a little ding right here, which won't be bad to fix. Down here, it has some rust. And down over on this side, it has some rust, which those won't be hard to fix. And then on the back here, it doesn't have near that rust the other one did, which the other one was probably just surface rust anyways, except for it does have this rust hole, which that won't be bad to cut out this and patch all that up. And then over here, it has a tiny bit of rust over here. It won't be bad to cut out that and put a patch in there. And then all along this side, there's some nasty looking stuff, but I believe that it's just surface rust. I'll hit it with a wire brush and see. And then this lock is also seized up. So I think rather than messing with this one with the possibly bent hinges and mounting spot for the hinges, rust all along the bottom, that's probably just surface rust. And all the work to fix these dents and make it all line up good, I think it'll be easier to just patch the couple pieces on this door and swap over the crank and the latch and the mirror. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'll get these thrown up on my barrels, probably look them over once more and start cutting. I figured I'd real quick show you from this angle how they look beforehand. Here's this one on the front of the door. I think I'll just cut out kind of like this. I don't know, maybe a little straight up in there. And then here's this one. And I'll probably cut all the way out here and see if I can leave the original edge for more structure so it doesn't move as I'm putting a piece in here. Cut it down by the bottom and then come up and over. So we'll get those cut out and see how they look. So I just got this one cut. And look at all that. Well, there's the keeper, I think, for the door to keep it open that fights the wind from letting it close or slope. Have to get some of this cloth and stuff out of there. But ain't that pretty? Now I'll go ahead and chop out the other side. Alright, so I just got done cutting this one. We'll pull the lid off this one. And I will say, I've done body work before. That, of course, is not the correct tool. A little air one, like a 4-inch, would be handier. And of course, one of them air wheels with a little sanding pad would be great for this kind of stuff. I've done this kind of stuff before, but I wasn't really taught how to do it. And for now, at the moment, all the tools I have are this thing and my Hobart 150, I think it is. I don't know what price is. 140. Hobart 140 welder. Do have some body hammers laying around, and I have a couple tiger paws. It's not the correct tools. It makes it a little harder not having the correct tools. And I'm not actually schooled for this. I've done this kind of work stuff, but not schooled for it. I haven't really been taught how to do it. But we'll come out with a pretty close to the result of how it should be. It just will probably take a hair longer. I wasn't thinking just pop that off without showing you guys and start digging some of the rust out, but here's this one. That all is really thin. What's this? It's mud dauber's nest. Pretty. So now I'll clean all this up with a wire brush and then probably spray some paint over it. And now I won't spray paint over it because I need to clean out all this muck, and we're cutting out this back side anyways. But I will wire brush up all this, and I'll go ahead and make some patches and go ahead and weld up the patches, or at least most of the way, to give it some structure for when I cut out the back. And then we'll probably pull the door guts and stuff. Alright guys, so we have the door here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to figure out to cut the patch size. I'm going to take some masking tape, and I'm going to peel it off, and I'm going to lay it on top of there. So now with the masking tape on there, you can see the outline of where the hole is. So I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to cut along that line, pull that piece out, stick it on a piece of metal, then cut it out of the sheet of metal I stick it on, and then I'll take a sanding pad on a grinder and finally sand it down to actually fit that spot perfectly. Alright, so here's the fit on the piece. The door is a little bent and the fit is not 100% perfect. It's not 100% perfect, but there's quite a bit of curve going on right here in the door. And also curve that arches out this way, which maybe has just been from this being bent. But there's the fit up. And if you don't like it, that's the best I could do with what I got. And what I got right now to do the fit up is this bed rail, my pair of pliers to hold it with when it was hot, and these two hammers, which were like at Harbor Freight, or no, they were at Tractor Supply together for like $9. So this hammer, and this rail right here. And that's how I got the shape out of this thing. Can't see much of the shape in the video, but it's also, the whole thing's dished. So not the best tools, but you gotta work with what you have. So this is what I got out of it. So I'm gonna go stick it back in the door and I'm gonna start welding it up. And technically, this piece of metal is technically a little bit thicker than the original metal, but got a pretty good fit. Probably just take the sander here a little bit, weld it all up, and it'll work. Now when you go to weld this stuff, you're supposed to just do tacks all around it. Just because if you get it too hot, it will warp everything. So that's why I'm gonna be, it's called stitching. I'm gonna put little tacks everywhere and stitch it all together. So let's get into that. Well, here's the door, and I got this hole right here, and I got this piece all bent to match the side of the body here. So I took it, laid it out over this hole and traced it. I'm going to take a grinder, cut that shape out, and get this all fitted in there good. Well, here's where we're at, and ladies and gentlemen, it's not looking good. Finally got this side finished up. You can see it's pretty bad looking. This side is the worst. This is where we started. Warped it a little bit. This side is a tiny bit boogered too. Nothing Bondo won't fix, but with that especially, and this a little bit, you can see there's tons of wire on the ground. We had a rusty wire and had all kinds of issues with the welder. We gotten past that, and this one I was able to weld up just fine. We actually had the wire working correctly on the welder. So this one will turn out all right, and it'll look okay by the time I get it all sanded down. Now, these two are a little messed up, to say the least. But don't worry, we'll get them fixed. You won't see that in this video because we're trading the doors. Actually, they're not going on the panel van. They're going to someone else for one of their projects. We're trading the two doors for a pickup. We got a different door for the panel van. And it's a little messed up. But you know, as they say, what you can't weld, you can fix with Bondo. So this is gonna get Bondoed. But I'll get them sanded off and I'll show you the sanded off. And when it's finished as far as we're gonna take it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.